Hello gamers, Pet here. Look what I have here. Cards. Cards. Trading cards. You know? Have you seen this type of cards before? Well, maybe you did, maybe you did. Well, they are from World of Warcraft trading card game. I started to play it back in November 2006. And between 2007 and 2009, this was my hobby. Right after finishing high school, I started to work a bit, I got money, and all the money that I made, like a stupid kid that I was spending it on fucking cards, you know? And I actually still have my collection over here. I just got it out. These are the best cards, the cards that I care the most. I actually kept them. You see, we have, this is Maya Shadow Song, or however her name is, Rexar, Misha. We have Leroy Jenkins over here, and fun times. And this is how I basically started back then. We had a community, we started spending money on cards, we had tournaments, we were playing Constructed. This was my StarCraft 2 or Dota 2 back then. This is, whenever something was announced, I was like, oh my god, the new set is out, this is a preview for a card, that card is so awesome, it works well with that card and that card, oh my god, I just can't wait for the new set to come out. And then the new set was coming out and I was spending like 200 euros on the set. Like, yeah, and I still didn't have the cards that I wanted. Anyway, so basically what Blizzard is doing here with Hearthstone is, you know, they had all this artwork that they paid a lot for, because, you know, art, you know, this art actually costs a lot of money. And since they had about 20-something editions, they have a lot of artwork. So they thought, Blizzard thought, like, okay, well, let's do something. Let's do a project. Let's try free-to-play. And basically, this is what Hearthstone is. It's a free-to-play CCG game. And CCG stands for collectible card game, and not TCG, trading card game, which is kind of the same thing, only that you cannot trade. Keep that in mind, okay? So basically right now I'm here, whoops, wrong scene. I'm right here in a game, in a practice game, and I decided to just go in and play with the AI a little bit to show you how this game is being played. And basically what this is a very simplified trading card game. It's a more casual approach to the whole trading card game. And similar games like this might be Magic the Gathering. You might have already heard about that. And in Magic the Gathering there are cards that allow you to play on the opponent's turn, or cards to interrupt an ability, different type of resources. You also have the deck of 60 cards. Here you only have 30 cards, and you know, other stuff like that. And you will see how this game is basically a little bit more simplified. First of all, the deck is only 30 cards. Second, you will automatically gain one resource in this game called Mana Crystal. You will gain one Mana Crystal each turn, and that's it. You will not be able to play cards on your opponent's turn. You will not be able to interrupt abilities or stuff like that. You will just your turn starts, you draw a card, and then you will play your card and you will do your attack or play an ability, and that's it. Let's see, we have this board. That's basically, it's on the top left you have the resource cost, which is 1, and this dude has 1 attack and 1 health, and it's a beast and it has charge. What charge means is that this creature can attack right now, which I'm doing right now. Bam, this is it. Usually creatures have to rest. They need to sit there for 1 turn before you will be able to attack with them. And now I'm ending my turn, and now my opponent is going to do his thing. He played Frost Shock, which says deal 1 damage to an enemy character, then freeze it. And then my boar is basically dead because he only had 1 health. Another thing to keep in mind is that each of those classes, I believe there are all the classes in the game besides, except Monk and Death Knight. So probably expect expansions. So the ability for the Paladin is this one. It costs 2 and it's called Reinforce. Basically summon a 1/1 hand recruit. So basically right now I have 2 choices. I play this boar or I just do this. In this case I'm going to do this. End turn. then he's going to do his thing. He's going to play a totem, which is his hero ability, which basically summons a random totem. And now my turn is I draw a card, and then what am I going to do? Hand of Protection gives a minion divine shield. Nope, I don't want that. I'm just going to put this down, and I'm going to attack this one and this one, and I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to end turn, and then he's going to do his thing. And the purpose is to basically get your opponent's health to 0 before he does the same to you, right? And it's basically just going to go back and forth, back and forth. So I'm going to trade, and I'm going to do this because I want that killed. I want that killed, and I have 4 resources, and I'm just going to play this guy, which has charge, and I'm just going to attack, and I'm going to end the turn. Okay? It's a pretty good flow, and the purpose of it's also kind of nice that you will play a game lasts about 10 minutes, so you can just start again, play again. It's a relaxing game, depending on the type of player you are, because if you get annoyed, you might not really enjoy this fully because you will do mistakes. So let's see. Deal 3 damage, draw cards. So I'm going to deal 3 damage. That's an ability, not a hero. Not a minion, okay? And hey, I drew a card, and now I have another card, and I'm just going to destroy this beast into this, and we traded, and now we are able to attack again. And now I'm going to enter, he's going to do this, his thing, and more things will happen basically. And there are various cards and various abilities, and it will take you some time to learn all of them. But one thing to keep in mind is that hey, look, this hero that he played, the booty bay bodyguard, it's 5 resources, 5 attack, 4 health, and he has taunt. Taunt means that you will only be able to attack that hero, that minion. And anyway, I'm not going to go over all the minions and so on. I'm just going to concede and show you the whole game, and this is just, you know, the core of the game basically. Let's see what else you can do. You can also level up. Basically, you will level up heroes, and you will get experience and gold later, and so on. So one of the reasons why I said that this game is a classic Blizzard game is the fact that it comes out and you feel that you want more, because you will get bored after some time, because again, it's lacking features. It happened with StarCraft 2, it happened with Diablo 3, and so on. It's something that Blizzard does the best. Showing you a game that's super polished, super artwork, nice idea, but after you play it for some time, you want more, and then you will have to wait to get that thing again, you know, to get a better thing later. anyway, this is what I want to say. Okay, so right now you only have 2 modes. I'm not going to count the practice, which is basically playing versus the AI. You have the classic play mode, which is basically some kind of constructed. Basically, you will construct a deck, and the rules of building a deck is that the deck has to have 30 cards, and you cannot have the same card more than twice. And that's it. You will pick a class from the available classes, and then you are going to pick your cards in the deck, and then you are going to try to create a good deck that's going to allow you to play to beat your opponents. And this is the key when it comes to this type of games, of card games. You need to find cards that work well with other cards to find combos. And then after you find those combos, you will need to have a very good decision making on how to make the best possible choices with the cards that you have. You have to guess, to have an intuition on what cards your opponent might have. And this is the difference between a decent player and a good player. Now, since this game is free to play, you might say, how is Blizzard getting money out of this? Well, simple. Joining the arena costs money or gold. Buying packs costs gold. You can buy 1 pack for 100 gold, or you can just play euros and get packs. And you'll be like, holy shit, this is a pay-to-win game. Well, it's a little bit more complex than just saying yes or no. Something that you need to understand with this type of games is that on CCG games or card games in general, you will always need to buy packs. Basically, you need to have cards, because the game is made of cards. In order to get cards, you need to buy packs. In order to buy packs, you need to have money, right? It's always been like that. And this is one of the things that trading card games like Magic the Gathering are it's a very expensive hobby. Now, with this type of game, you might say, okay, I'm going to buy 40 packs. Am I going to have an advantage over a new player? Well, in a way, yes. But I might have an advantage because I might know how to play the game. But and he might not know because he's a new player. But even if you are new, you might have just a slight advantage because you might have a good card. But if that player knows how to play that cheap deck better and he has good combos in that cheap deck, he will be able to beat you. Also, cards have different type of rarities, right? And let's actually join my collection. These are all the cards that I have. And I do have, and these are the cards. These are the basic cards. They don't have anything here, and that means that they are basic cards. Everyone will get those cards as long as you reach level 10 with a class, right? And then this card, for example, can only be obtained by opening a pack. And this card has common value. You are going to have a lot of those type of cards. This card is a rare card. Another, let me actually look for one. Where do I have? Oh, it is one. It is another rarity, which is epic. They're a little bit more rare than rare, if you get the idea. And there are also legendary cards like Gruul. I think this is like the only legendary I have. And basically, you see the color is yellow, and it's an 8 card, an 8 resources card that's having 7 attack and 7 health, and it says at the end of each turn gain +1/+1. It means +1 attack, +1 health. So you might say, hey Pat, but if I buy a lot of packs, I will get a lot of legendaries. If I build a deck with those legendaries, won't I win the game versus others would have non-legendaries? And nope. Mainly because legendaries have a lot of gimmicky. A lot of legendaries are not really like super good cards, they are just gimmicky cards that do various kind of things. And again, what matters in this type of games is the combination of cards. So even if you put all the legendaries in, it's still a good idea because there are very good common cards that work well with rare cards, and where those work very well with another common cards, and so on. Keep that in mind, okay? Now I do have a pack here that I'm going to open and show you how it is. It's very cool to open packs. You put that there, the pack opens, very polished, as you see, very polished game, like all Blizzard games, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover the cursor over the cards, and you see this card is glowing blue. It means it's a rare, because people have various ways of opening packs. So this card is a common card, 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 and let's see the rare. Let's see the rare. Okay, Shadow Madness card for Priest, which says gain control of an enemy unit with 3 or less attack until the end of turn. Okay, you see, you are starting to get the idea, right? And those cards have been added to my collection, as you can see them here. And now another question that you might ask me: what if I have a card more than twice? Why more than twice? Well, there is no point on having a card more than twice, because if you build the deck, you won't be able to put more than 2 cards in the deck anyway. So the third card is useless. What then? What am I going to do with that card, right? Well, there is crafting mode involved. And basically what means that I can take any card, like let's say this card, the Leaper Gnome, and I can disenchant it for 5 dust. Why 5 dust? It's very little 5 dust, because this card is a common. If I somehow want to disenchant Gruul, I will get 400 dust, right? So you get dust, and you get dust by various ways. One way is from Arena, and I will tell you about that, or by disenchanting cards, okay? And now if I want to craft the Angry Chicken, which is a rare card, it's going to cost me 100 dust. And I can do that right now. I'm not going to do it because I don't want Angry Chicken. But you see, this is a way to gain cards. Now, another thing that I have to add, I believe I said something about gold, right? Well, one thing to gain gold is by playing Arena or by doing quests. And you get 1 quest each day, as you can see on the bottom here, to a maximum of 3. An example will be Priest or Warlock Victory. win 2 games with priest or warlock, and if I do this, I will gain 40 gold. And if you come here and you do quests every day, and you will be able to get gold, and with this gold you will be able to buy packs, you will be able to join the arena, and so on. So it's not really required for you to put money in to enjoy this. It's just an option. Just even if you put money in, it does not give you like a huge advantage, because you might do not know how to play the game, and you might not know how to do stuff, you know, in general. You just keep that in mind. Okay, so basically this is how the constructed works. You build a deck, and then you will be able to play casual or just play ranked. And I don't really like this mode, because by playing ranked means that I will be matched with another opponent that has my skill, and in this case 25. If I win, I will gain stars, and then I will level up to 24, 23, 22, until you get ranked 1 if you are able to do, and so on. Alright. The reason why I don't like this is that it's a little bit luck involved. I might be able to build a decent deck, but I will be placed randomly versus other players. And those players randomly might have a deck that just beats my deck. So at one point it will become a little bit random. Yeah, this guy has a deck, a rush deck. My deck is kind of bad versus rush decks. My deck is a little bit more control and stuff like that. So what I will really want to see in Hearthstone is tournaments. I want to be able to, you know, pay to join a tournament and play versus 16 other players or 8 other players. That might be fun, because I will create a deck that I will know that it might beat some of those players. And this is what we did, you know, back in the day when I was playing WoW TCG. We were about 7 or 8 guys, and we kind of knew what was the meta game, what cards are being played. We knew what classes our friends played, because we couldn't play all the classes because we had no money to have all the cards. You usually played like 2 cards. I had the most fun with a control paladin deck that in round 9 I was putting down Varimatras, awesome card. Anyway, and it was really fun to try to build a deck and try to beat our friends, try to beat our opponents and win the tournament. It is not fun. It is just random play. You just click it, you play, you win, you lose, you win, lose, you win, lose, and then you go as high as possible as you can. And this is why I basically like the arena mode right now. And the arena mode goes like this. I already drafted the deck, so I cannot show you the draft exactly. But I started a show on my channel called the Hearthstone Arena. So just go to gamerpad.com, and there in the menu you will see shows. Just click on Hearthstone Arena, and you will see me drafting a deck and playing through the arena. But basically this is it. You join the arena by paying €1 or 1.79 euros, or by paying 150 gold. And when you join the arena, you will get a choice of 3 heroes. You pick one, and then you will get a choice of 3 cards. And you will do that until you fill the 30 cards deck. So you basically will have to pick 30 cards, okay? So you will see 3 cards, you pick the best one and you think, you will see another 3 cards, you will pick the best one you can, and it's so on basically. And you will say, well, this is kind of very random involved, very luck involved. Well, not really. A good player will always know what's the best choice, the best card from those 3. Will always know to pick the cards that have a decent combo. And when you click play, you will be matched with versus other players that are playing arena. So you might. I remember at once I was so lucky that I got 2 legendaries in my deck. So I had a choice to pick between 6 legendaries, and I picked 2 cards, and they weren't really that well, and I still lost. And I still haven't done that well in the arena because my other cards were kind of crap. So even, you see, it's always going to get, good players will always have more advantage than other players. Okay, just keep that in mind. So the point of the arena, after you make your deck, this is the deck that I've done right now, is to win as many games as possible. When you reach 12, if you reach 12 wins, it's going to be over and you are going to get a big prize. When you reach 3 losses, it's going to be over, and by the number of wins you had, you are going to get a moderately good prize or not. And the one prize that you will always get is 1 pack, and this is why I prefer to join the arena, pay 150 to join the arena, than just pay 100 for 1 pack, because from 150 I can play the arena and go for other prizes and know that I have one pack. Okay, and some of the prizes are like, besides the one pack, you will be able to gain gold, which is this one, and you will be able to join the arena again. You know, I believe if you reach 8 wins or 9 wins, you will have enough gold to just join arena again. So it's like a free arena, and you can just go and go. Okay, and you will also be able to get golden cards and other stuff like that. And now you'll be like, what are golden cards? Well, it's just like a small gimmick. It's nothing special. You see, these cards are normal. Let me actually look for a gold card, because this is a gold card, but I know I have a better one. Where is it? This is the one. They don't have anything special, like special abilities. They just look golden, and they have the animation. They have an animation on the drawing. So you see, this is kind of fun. This is a pretty good animation. So nothing special, as I've said, but just golden. So another thing to keep in mind. So basically, this is kind of the game. I hope you found this video useful, I guess. It's not really required to put money in to play. It's not perfect. And for a fact, the thing is that I believe yesterday, Blizzard just announced a single player campaign, something with Naxxramas, the Curse of Naxxramas, a Hearthstone adventure. I actually have a wallpaper with the event, and that's going to be interesting. I'm really curious on how they are going to get the game evolving. It's a really pretty good gateway to this type of game, the trading cards game. So I know for a fact that a lot of people haven't played this type of games, and one thing that you really need to understand is that you will need to put money in order to enjoy this game. Well, not really money in, but you will need to have cards. So if you choose to put money in or not, doesn't matter, but cards are the core of this game. This is why it's a trading card game. And again, look, I still have my collection. And look, oh, this is Gorebelly. Off topic wise, this is Gorebelly. This hero, it's a warrior. This hero is from the first pack of TCG that came out. It's Azeroth back in 2006. And the first, Gorebelly was the first best hero in a way from the first set. There was a set where you had an axe that whenever you attacked, you healed. But you also had the ability like Mortal Strike that was dealing damage to from the attack you have, something like that. And it was a pretty powerful combo. Again, it's all about combos. So, yeah, the game is free. You have nothing to lose to try it out. Just go to Blizzard, download it. It's very polished. But as I've said, like all Blizzard games, you want more. You want more. It's never enough. Never enough. And which kind of annoying. With StarCraft 2, it took them 6 months to put chat channels in. It took them 1.5 years to release the expansion with Heart of the Swarms, where they fixed things and they've added things. With Diablo 3, they announced it in 2008. The game came out in 2011 or 2012. The game was like, oh my god, Diablo, but the game was like, after 1 month. And they finally added an expansion that fixes a lot of stuff. So yeah, classic Blizzard way, but you have to try it out because it's really fun, as I've said. So thank you guys for watching me, and hopefully this video was useful to you. I'm really looking for feedback because I actually wrote the review down, but I feel that my reviews feel way too monotone, and I decided to just screw it, and I will just try to talk as best as possible. So tell me if you enjoyed this format or not. Write in the comments below. Also go to GamerPet. I don't know how to say my own website name. GamerPet.com/giveaway for a chance to win video games or Dota 2 items and other stuff like that. So thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Goodbye.